Hey my viewers, what's up? So just like how I did a review of the Battle City Duel Disc, I'm now going to review the Orichalcos Duel Disc, or the Chaos Duel Disc as it's like actually called. As you can tell, unlike the Battle City one, this one doesn't really prop itself up too good, so I'm gonna have to sit here and hold it and it won't look as cool. But of all the Duel Discs, I mean before the Yugioh one came out, this was my favorite for a while because the Duel Discs are pretty big, and even when they're in their standby mode, they're still, pretty cumbersome. This is arguably the most portable Duel Disc because you can have several of these and they not take up much space, because the cool thing is it pops out just like that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It pops out just like that. So it starts out with these two, and then it comes out in two pieces. So this piece comes out first, and then this comes out. As you can see, it's a little bit more open back there. It's got these little plastic tracks that it slides along. So you would slide this in, and so this goes into that one, and then they all go into there. So this is what the underside of the Duel is. Again, be careful if you have face down magic and trap cards, because your opponent will be able to see what they are. So we'll pull that out again. But yeah, so I like it because it starts out really small and then it grows into a much bigger version of itself, obviously. And I like blues, and so this is a really nice blue. It's just a really cool Duel Disc, and it's, like I said, it's one of my favorites. So I guess one flaw is I don't like the field zone. Oh, I should have cleaned this before reviewing them. I'm sorry, there's a little spot right there. Anyways, the field zone. This field zone doesn't have near as much like support to it as the one in the Battle City Duel Disc. So oftentimes when I put cards in here, just because of the way that it is, like there's really nothing that holds the card face down. There's like one little nick right there you can see, but the card doesn't really get held like firmly against the plastic. So a lot of times when you'll open it, the card will get caught. Like the card will be like up and it'll get caught on here. So like you'll end up bending one of your cards whenever you open this. So you have to be very careful when you open it. If it's because most of the time when the Duel Disc is leaning towards you, it'll stick that card out just enough to where when you open it up, it gets caught on that plastic wall, and then you rip the card up. I've ripped like a dozen cards up that way. So I mean, just like the other one, it's pretty standard in the fact that there's 5 monster zones, because this is way before pendulums, and extra decks. In the show, there's no place to put an extra deck on your Duel. The only Duel Disc that you can have an extra deck is the Yugioh Duel Disc, which I'll review that in another video. But it's got your 5 monster zones, 5 spells and trap zones, and then it's got your, your little nifty field spell zone. And so this is where you hold the deck. I don't know. I think this has about the same carrying capacity as Battle City Duel Disc. I like it's got kind of a. It's got a wavy, almost looks like some fish fins for the little door. The graveyard capacity is about the same, I think, anyways, because I've used this a lot. It's about the same. Oh, sorry for the glare. It's about the same as the Battle City Duel Disc. And, they got some more hieroglyphs on the side. And just like with the Battle City Duel Disc, there's a button on the bottom. It doesn't have batteries in it, but it's, see, it's right there, and you would manipulate that, and then this glows red across. But I don't have batteries, and I don't think it works anyway, so that's not going to really happen. And then this is the life point. Just like the Battle City, you press this button, and then the red light appears right there, and then you can see your numbers and stuff. So this one, those 3 actually manipulate the life point counters. So it's a pretty cool Duel Disc. I like it. Like I said, the Battle City Duel Disc is a more classic one, but I prefer this one. It's really cool. Now, one thing that sucks is, me and my friends, we play with these Duel Discs a lot, and what happened one day is me and Stefan were playing with these in the yard, because we actually go outside and duel each other with them using, older cards. and it was sitting on his wrist, and I'm gonna zoom in. It literally just broke. Okay, like it literally broke. It like fell off of it. This part was still attached to him, and this part fell off. And you know, some of the glue got into this area, this track. So one thing that this Duel Disc is actually supposed to be able to do is not only does it do this when it's in the standby position, but it also is supposed to roll along this track, and this faces this, like it turns and rotates here on this round thing. Well, when we put the Gorilla Glue on, it went through all of this, so you can kind of see the glue right there where my finger's pointing. So this thing can no longer turn because the glue has held it in place. If you've seen one of my videos before, the Metro, he always had it in the standby position, and then he would move this forward, and then he would do that, and it was engaged. So the Gorilla Glue fixed it because no other glue seemed to work for some reason. Like we tried super glue and it didn't work, so we had to use Gorilla Glue to hold the plastic together, and that worked. So it works, and it probably won't ever fall off again, at least I hope not. But yeah, it just prevents it from being able to slide into that position. I'll try it on real quick just so that y'all can kind of see what it looks like. I still have the little black sleeve for this one. On the other one, the little black sleeve that your arm goes through, it fell off. I don't know where it went. So that's that. But yeah, this is the Duel Disc. This is me wearing it, you know, in my Stewie Griffin pajamas because it's raining all day. So this is in the standby position. I'm gonna adjust this real quick. I'm 20 years old and it still fits my arm, so that's kind of cool. So this is what it'd be in the standby position. Then you can go, wah, and it pops out just like that. Then you draw your card. This is I have a Roy deck in here, which you put the cards on there. Just, I mean, this part doesn't really change. Now this one doesn't support sleeves though, and I really wish it did. The only one that I have so far that supports sleeves is the Yugioh Duel Disc, and I hope to get a GX Academy Duel Disc one day because that one does support sleeves as well. But all in all, I really like this Duel Disc. It's pretty cool. You know, it looks really, really cool and awesome and totally badass and all that good stuff. And you know, if you could ever afford one, or if you have it, just keep it and use it in a YouTube video. Like, usually evil people are the ones that play this, but the metrosexual, he likes to play this one as well. And in the video that I'm going to be making of him, this is what he'll be using. So thank you for watching, and the last Duel Disc I'll be reviewing will be coming up in maybe a week or so. It'll be the Yugioh Duel Disc, and then that way you will have seen all 3 of mine, and if I ever do get another one, I'll review that as well. So stay tuned for more videos, and bye bye.